So, sometimes you just have to press record and see what happens. And this is one of those times, I guess. I always try to do my research and give you guys something, thought of. So the artists and years and pressings and, stuff like that. But I just felt like I need to file these records, and I want to show you guys what I actually have in the pile before I do. So yeah, hit subscribe if you haven't. This is a jazz video. If you're into jazz, I guess that sometimes I actually do jazz videos because I love jazz and I listen a lot to jazz. So hit subscribe if you like what I'm putting out there. Hit thumbs up and give me a comment. It doesn't matter if it's a woohoo or if it's a question or you want me to check something out, give me a comment. It's a great way to show appreciation for the channel, and also a great way to get this out to even more people. So yeah, with that said and done, I'm a little bit nervous because I haven't prepared for this. So yeah, let's do this trip together. Okay, so let's go through these. This is, as I said, a jazz all the way through kind of video. So yeah, let's take the ride. Let's see what happens. First record. So this is Sonny Rollins, Way Out West. I Japanese press on contemporary. I saw this on Discogs. I bundled it up with a few records and got it. It sounds like a dream. I know that it's been reissued in modern times, and I wish I had something to compare it to, just to compare the music, because, or the audio quality of it, because this sounds so damn good. It was put out in Japan 1979, but I think it's a 50s record, if I remember correctly. I'm reading Adrian Levy's Sonny Rollins biography right now. If you haven't, read it. It's a thick ass book, but it's everything. Like if Sonny Rollins sneezed, it's in the book. Great one. Okay, so I bought a huge jazz collection. Got it for a pretty good price. Both me and him were satisfied with the price of it, but to be honest, there wasn't that many heavy hitters in there, and a lot of these sort of big band, and 40s and 50s music. So it's not super easy to sell, but some of the records I really needed or wanted to have in my own collection, and this was one of them. It's Paul Desmond Take 10. It's not a rare record. It's a German reissue on RCA Victor. Not a first press. I think like maybe early 70s press, something like that. You can see that by the white RCA logo up in the corner. Paul Desmond played with Bill Evans, if I remember correctly. No, Dave Brubeck. Sorry, obviously Take 10. Dave Brubeck. This is a magnificent record if you're into that sort of music. You have Paul Desmond, Jim Hall on guitar, plays great on this one. Gene Sherrico on bass and Connie Key on Kay on drums. Yeah, and the tune Take 10. He does a magnificent job with that. It's actually his composition to start with. Yeah, so Paul Desmond Take 10. He had every single release that Modern Jazz Quartet ever put out, and Modern Jazz Quartet costs nothing. One of the most underrated jazz groups in modern history. I think that Milt Jackson isn't doing a great job promoting the band, because vibes are always one of those instruments that turn people off a little bit if you're not super into that. Anyway, I felt like this is my opportunity to own every single one of the Modern Jazz Quartet first pressings, perfect condition, everything, all that good jazz. And this was in there, so it has at least a Modern Jazz connection to it. This is great. Grand Encounter, second degree west, second degree east, and third degree west. So John Lewis, who was in Modern Jazz Quartet, Percy Heath also, Billy Perkins and Chico Hamilton with Jim Hall on guitar. And again, Jim Hall is doing such a great job on this one. This is a magnificent record. It's been reissued 102,000 times, and the original press in great condition costs peanuts. Everyone should get that. Pacific Jazz, great one. a little bit more rare, and a record that has escaped me many years. But this summer was finally my time to get a copy of this. So this is one of, if not the best guitarists Swedish jazz have ever created. This is Rune Gustafsson, the artistry of, with John guitar. So you have a lot of people, but Arne Domnerius, Rolf Beckman, let's see, Jan Johansson on piano. So a little bit of the who's who from this time period. Åke Persson, Börje Fredriksson, yeah, Jan Nierem. Really good jazz record, very heavy on the guitar, but not too much actually. It feels like he got the opportunity to do his own solo record, the first one, and he did a great job with it. Young guitar. This is a little bit more pricey and hard to find, and this is in perfect condition, so I'm super happy with that. To add that, this could as easily have been in a prog update, but I don't know. I kept it in the jazz department. This is Association PC Live. Anna Morena. I think that I have one more, and I actually filed that in my jazz collection. So, right or wrong, I don't know. Jasper van Hoff, a free jazz artist from Germany that has recorded so much great stuff. 1972. Yeah, check it out. It's a great one. If you like the European jazz from this time period, this is, I think, right up your alley, and it sounds great also. For being a live record. Yeah, I bought some. You can find these original jazz classics for peanuts when it comes to the 70s and 80s version of them. It's a little bit of a hit and miss. Some sounds terrible and some sounds pretty decent. And for the money that they cost, if you just want the music on vinyl, this is a pretty nice way of getting it. So this is Sonny Rollins with Max Roach, O'Ray Bryant. Work time. Sonny Rollins, Ray Bryant, Max Roach, and George Morrow on bass. Yeah, engineered by Rudy Van Gelder. Sounds really good. I feel like this on the Prestige, it was a hit and not a miss in this case. So nice. I've been stocking up on some Sonny Rollins now. I've been on a huge Sonny Rollins kick due to the book, but also, I mean, I don't have much Sonny Rollins in my collection, so it feels like one of those saxophonists that I have explored the last 8 months, maybe something like that. From that big collection came this, and maybe one of the best sort of collector-wise best records in there that I actually kept. So this is a near perfect copy of Steaming with the Miles Davis Quintet, a first US mono press of this in as perfect condition. This almost looks like a brand new record and a reissue, but it's not. It's a dead first press of this, spine intact, everything. So you have Miles Davis, John Coltrane, Red Garland, Paul Chambers, and Phil Jones on this. This is a magnificent record. Unfortunately, he didn't have more of them, steaming and working and all that good jazz. But I took it. Okay, so moving into a little bit more of a reissue kind of territory here, and I won't bore you with all the details. You can check them out for yourselves. This is Bobby Hutcherson's Medina, so I think a tone poet that was released a couple of months ago. Harold Land, Stanley Cowell, Reggie Johnson, and Joe Chambers. And Stanley Cowell is one of my favorite piano players ever. 1969, Rudy Van Gelder, and yeah, mastered by Kevin Gray. Sounds like a dream. Vibes record, not really my thing. This one, fantastic. One of the best Blue Note records ever, from one of the best artists ever. I mean, the sort of the legacy of Wayne Shorter can't be understated. Shit, what an artist. Wayne Shorter, McCoy Tyner, Reggie Workman, and Elvin Jones on drums. This is Juju. Maybe top 10 Blue Note. I mean, and this, getting this with this sound quality now for that price is just, I get goosebumps just talking about it. It's an amazing time to be a jazz collector right now, and I soak up as much as I can. When it comes to these Blue Note records, I buy as many as I can afford, if not for playing all the time now, for the future, because I know that these will be in my collection, and it's like a library of Blue Note in perfect sound quality and build quality, you know. Some of the best music that have ever been put out on this earth, you know, and now we can get them for great prices. So as I said, I buy as many as I can afford, and not with the intent of maybe listening to every single record 10 times before filing them, you know. Building a library. Watkins at Large, again, this is a Tone Poet release. Dot Watkins, Hank Mobley, Donald Byrd, Kenny Burrell, Duke Jordan, Arthur Taylor, and I think that people have done much better reviews of this. You can YouTube it and find more details. It comes with a little book, just like the Transition Records did. And one of those records that I also have been looking for, like a Japanese version or something like that. And when it was announced that they were putting them out as a Tone Poet, it was just like Christmas in the middle of May. The Magnificent Thad Jones, one of the recent ones that they put out. Again, I can't really say much about the music. I think I played it once, but as an addition to the Blue Note library, it's I'm so stoked. Billy Mitchell, Barry Harris, Percy Heath, and Max Roach. Yeah, great one. Another Transition, I think, is Bird's Eye View with Donald Byrd, Art Blakey, Horace Silver, Hank Mobley, Doug Watkins, Joe Gordon, and Transition 4. So yeah, again, fantastic, great quality on music and the pressing, and yeah. Okay, moving to used records again. Contemporary 5, Archie Shepp and the New York. This was put out on a different artwork, cartooned artwork, which I wish I had, but it's super expensive. And this is super affordable with Don Cherry, JC Moses, John Shikai, and Don Moore on International Polydor. Looks like that. This is not an expensive record at all, but if you're into free jazz, it's essential, in my opinion. From a collection I bought with almost all audiophile pressings in it, this was in there. It's not the best record I've ever heard, but the sound quality is just fantastic, so I keep it for now. This is Reaching for the Top with Chico Hamilton on Nautilus Super Discs, direct-to-disc recording and numbered edition. This is number 997. So you have C.G. McBee, Marvin Horn, John Purcell, Bobby Lyle, Fred Katz, and Chico Hamilton. It's a run-of-the-mill jazz record, but with top-notch recording quality and pressing quality. Again, Staple Chase direct cutting, What's Going On, Frank Strozier, quintets from the same collection. I kept this also. So you have Danny Moore, Harold Mayburn, Stafford James, and Louis Haynes on this one. Looks like this. So I don't know if you have seen and played these, but yeah, I think it's a gatefold. Look at the quality. It, like when I got these records, they looked like they were unplayed really, and they sound like a dream. So a used record, but it's almost like it was new. Monica Nilsson and Människa. This is, I was a little bit disappointed of this. I mean, some stuff you have in your want list, and when the opportunity arises, you can't really remember why you put it there. But you buy it, and when you come home, it wasn't really my cup of tea. Maybe I was in another mood when I put it on the want list, when I sampled it and stuff like that. So yeah, this is by Beppe Wolges. You have lyrics by Beppe Wolges. You have Axel Dominic, Lars Bagge, Jan Johansson that arranged. Monica Zetterlund is singing, I think, on 1 or 2 songs also. So it's a little bit of the who's who, and I love that artwork. Look at that. It's a beautiful, beautiful artwork of a beautiful woman. Monica Nilsson and Människa. On Carousel, also a Swedish record label from back in the day. So yeah, but it's okay. It's not 10. Lee Kunitz plays with the Gary Mulligan Quintet. I actually got this, I think it's like a second press or something like that. It was not expensive at all. And you will see why. Maybe it's not expensive to begin with, but Lee Kunitz and Gary Mulligan, I love Gary Mulligan's tone on the saxophone. And this, I think, has been put out as a tone poet, but I might be mistaken. But it's an iconic jazz record. Everyone recognizes this, I think, the artwork on Pacific Jazz. The reason this was really inexpensive is due to this. Someone wrote 1953, so we all know when this was put out, or when he bought it, I don't know. And also his signature up here. But other than that, it's in great condition. Looks fantastic, sounds great. So I pulled the trigger on that one at a market. 3 more to go, then I'll let you go. Yeah, after Mofi Gate, I got into Mofi. So I wasn't part of the Mofi Gate at all. And to be frank, they have sent me stuff to review, and I have, and I will in the future. But I love Mofi. I feel like the stuff that is really good that they put out is great, DSD or not. And all the Miles Davis records that I have heard from Mofi up to this day at least is way better than my original pressings that I have had. So Miles in the Sky, 2 LP set, 45 RPM. This is just a dream come true if you're a Miles fan. I don't think that it gets any better than that. Again, Nefertiti, 2 LP set, 45 RPM. Some of the best music that has ever been put out on wax. And it sounds like a goddamn dream. And this is a numbered edition. I have number 5396. This has to be, yeah, 6363. With the second great quintet, I think. And the last one I'm going to show you, and this is Jack Johnson. This is a 33 RPM, so 1 record set. Again, sounds way better than my original copy that I had. I think I had an original UK first press of this. Numbered edition minus number 7778. And yeah. So for all you Miles fans, I don't feel like you can go wrong by getting them on Mofi. 33 or 45, doesn't matter. They sound like a dream. So I'm pleased with replacing my original pressings of the Miles Davis catalog, one after the other. So yeah, that's it. Some jazz. It's been a while since I did some jazz. That's nice. I hope you found anything that you thought were interesting, and I'll talk to you in my next video. And subscribe, give me comments and all that shit. So have a great day, everyone.